Welcome back to another episode of Jack Stands and Tree Stands. In the last video, you seen we got the fuel tank and sediment bowl for the tractor. We just did not have enough time to get it done between the F-250 giving us the problems that it did and changing the transmission fluid on the Duramax. We just ran out of time. But today, we're going to get to it. We're going to put on the tank, which goes in the cowl for the top. It had dirt dauber's nest in there. I've cleaned it out. And yeah, we'll see what happens today. Excuse me if I'm a little sniffly. We've had rain, thunderstorms, tornadoes, all kinds of weather. Had some snow this morning, and it's a balmy 43 degrees, I think, right now. We've had great temperatures, but we'll move on to getting this done. Stick around. All right, got the new gas tank out of the packaging. This is just all right. That went in a lot easier than it came out. Problem is, these holes line up, but the ones in the back do not. Man, they're way off. There's just no room to work with. Let me get you in here and show you what I'm working with. Oh, goodness. Just off a little bit. So we might have to drill that side out. Great. Nothing fits anymore. Well, on today's episode of Jack Stands and Tree Stands, you seen it first. Things don't fit. Stick around for the next one. All right, just kidding. We don't accept defeat on this channel. So what I did was took a flathead screwdriver, worked it in the holes, and kind of worked the tank. I made it work, okay? So we'll put the washer and nut on the bottom side, tighten those down, and do the same on the front. I don't want to bore you with that, but goodness gracious, I'm just not doing very good today. This tripod is not wanting to work with me. Anyway, same thing on the front. I'll put those in, and then we'll put the settlement bowl in, I don't know if I'll do that now or whenever I put it on there. We'll see. Real quick, I wanted to show you today's tool. This is the O ratchet. So when you have a long stud, it'll just come right through the ratchet. Pretty cool. Anyway. We'll go around, tighten them all up, and then we'll be back. All right, now the fun part, lifting this bad boy on there. Take the radiator cap off. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Gotta be a fight. There. Well, that part at least. We gotta get it out there. Owie. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, You didn't see none of that. For Pete's sake. Good grief. Well, I don't know what part I lost yet, but it's on. Was a bear. Great. I am not taking that off and doing it again. Nope. But it's on. So now we just got to bolt. Put in the bolts here and here on the front. You can't see it, but they're there. Anyway. Yeah, we'll be back. All right, got all the bolts in. The cowl anyway, hood, whatever, this piece. So now we got our sediment bowl. We're going to put it up in there. Get some pliers to put that on a little more. That'll be good there. Our fuel line goes on the back. And then it goes over to the carburetor. Remember how this goes. Sorry, I know you can't see anything, but it's just a little bit tight space here. Oh boy. Let me put it on the other side first. Hang on. All right, we got this side in the carburetor, the other side in the sediment bowl. We're gonna snug them down. I left the other side loose so we could work. Have some room to work with here. I'll show you the sediment bowl. Got that side in. Now all we got to do is tighten them down. Put some fuel. I don't have much fuel. Put it in the gas tank. Watch it go in there. Go get a battery. And we'll see if this old girl will run. All right, so I put some fuel in, hooked up the battery, and I will say, brand new tank, and there is still some crud in there. So, might be a tip to make sure all this stuff is clean, and including your tank. But all that's hooked up, and we'll see if this old girl will fire off. Okay. Give it some choke maybe. Oh yeah. she'll idle. Oh, I gotta close the choke down a little more. She's running. Who knows how long. Then sit here, let her run for just a minute. See if we build up a temp. Make sure all that's working, but we'll be right back. Alright, she's still running. Idle's gonna have to play around with that a little bit, but I'm gonna see if she's got the go forward, go backwards gears. Under her own power. That tire's just a little down on the wind. This one's got a flat spot in it. Hydraulics works. Now, interesting enough, original. there you have it. She runs, moves under her own power, kinda. Flat tires don't help it. Ooh, missing lug nuts. They're not all there. Anyway, there you have it. Hydraulics still work. Of course, I've got them bleeding off now. They went up. Moves. Throw some wind in those tires if they'll hold it. And I bet this old girl will move better. What do you think? You know what? I may run down to the house, grab me one of those things that put wind in things, and see. It's still got a pretty high idle. I can't close the choke all the way. I can't shut it down, or it wants to just die. And it may be because we don't have the breather hooked up, because it's just full of crud, and that is hot. Anyway, so yeah, I might run down to the house and grab that. Yeah, we'll be back. All right, you won't believe it. It holds wind. I know, you're seeing it. As does this one. I'm not putting air in the back ones. Have to excuse the noise. A little portable wind maker right there. So yeah, we'll finish that up, putting air in them, and we're gonna see if she drives. We're just gonna go, you know, down there a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Let those get wind in them and try it out. there you have it. It goes forwards, it goes backwards. So that's it for today's episode. It wasn't much. Of course, didn't seem that way. I don't know how long this thing has been sitting. Neighbor said he had it redone years ago. Couldn't remember when he pulled it in here and parked it. That was her grave site. But not no more. This tractor's hopefully gonna see a life where maybe it gets put to work a little bit in a garden or something. He's gonna sell it. So my job was to get it up and running, and that's what we did. So thanks for tuning in. Again, I had like 5 or so views on the last one. We did get a subscriber. I did get one. And now I feel like crap because I forget who it was. It's like Dark Side Racing. His name's Christian. So Christian, if you're watching this, thank you. Till next time, we've got some work to do on the F-250 still. Again, we got brakes, gas tank. That's probably going to be fun. And then it's going to go back to its original 3/4 ton truck. We have the bed for it. Going to have to find axles. But that's what it's going to go back to. It's going to go back to as original as we can get it. And so lots going on with that one. And then, of course, on the other side of this channel, tree stands. It's April. Yeah, gosh. And I don't know that we'll do any food plots, but we'll get some stuff ready for that. But as for the jack stand side, tractor done. See you next time.